As the mayor mentioned, state government sometimes does move slowly. And the widening of 12th Street here in Covington is a perfect example of that. This project was first put on the state's 6-year road plan in 1984, more than 2 decades and 5 governors before me ago. We've already spent about $11.7 million on this project, mostly for things like design, to protect nearby historic buildings, right-of-way acquisition, and utilities. But to city officials, business officials, and neighbors, it has probably seemed like the project would never come to fruition. Well, I'm here today to tell you that it will happen, and it will happen soon. I am taking personal ownership of this project, which is important to Covington for any number of reasons. The Transportation Cabinet, under the leadership of Secretary Joe Prather, has been working diligently on moving this 12th Street project forward. And I've got a few announcements to make now in that regard. First, one issue that has held up the project has been a disagreement between the state and CSX Transportation over the height of this bridge carrying the street over the railroad tracks. I am happy to announce that CSX and the Cabinet have reached an agreement on that bridge design, and that issue is now settled. Secondly, state government has reached an agreement with the city on utilities. Because we understand the importance of the aesthetics of this corridor, since this is a major entry into this city, the state has agreed to put the utilities underground and pay for it. Third, the state has agreed to install street lights during the construction, and the city will pay for that. These announcements add up to one thing and one word, and that word is progress. We also expect to be able to let a contract for construction by March of next year. Let me repeat that. In March of 2009, we hope to let a contract with construction starting soon thereafter. It's also inadequate for the current traffic volume, which spiked when the Jefferson-Euclid interchange of I-75 was eliminated. This road will improve the image of a major door to this city, one that brings national and international visitors to attractions like the Cathedral Basilica of the Assumption just across the street. It will also increase investment, both downtown and on the west side. In fact, one could argue that that's already occurring with St. Elizabeth Medical Center's new facility near the interstate. And finally, we realize the new corridor, as designed, will protect adjacent residential areas by directing traffic away from the side streets. This region is one of the economic drivers of this state, as I've already mentioned. And it's essential. It is essential that we in Frankfort make a commitment and honor that commitment to do everything possible to help these vital urban areas of the Commonwealth continue to grow and prosper. This is especially true in this tough economic climate that we're experiencing right now. I don't need to tell you that we're in a down economy. All you have to do is drive up to the gas pump and try to pay $3.60, $3.80, $4 a gallon for a gallon of gasoline. Go to the grocery, pay what you're paying there right now, and then most people are going home because they're afraid to spend anything else at the moment because they don't know where we're going. And we're not alone in that, as you all know. This is the same economy that people are experiencing all over this country. But I have always said that shared misery is no excuse for sitting on our hands and doing nothing. Instead, in these challenging economic times, we have to find opportunity. And we have. Since I've become governor, we have balanced a very tough state budget in tough economic times. We've implemented tougher ethics standards. We brought the legislature together for pension reform. We've reorganized state agencies to make them leaner and more effective and more efficient. And yes, we are now changing the way we do business, starting in the Transportation Cabinet.